Hi guys, I wanted to cover a quick topic tonight about something I see quite often or get asked often, and that is why are my photos coming in when I import them into Lightroom, why are they going dark? And it's really pretty simple. It's your preview thumbnail is nice and bright on the back of the camera, but when you're shooting raw, that preview gets flattened out with the raw file, and so it's part of the process. It's normal. There's no reason to really worry about that. But there's a couple ways you can kind of help mitigate that, and that is to during import is to apply some develop settings or a preset that will help minimize that, as well as kind of give you a starting point for where you go with your editing. And I've got a preset set up already that uses the camera standard profile. It's got a medium contrast tone curve, and then it's got lens correction set to auto. So those three things are what probably 90-95% of my photos already have applied, and that gives me a good starting point for editing. So to show you what I'm talking about, I'm going to go ahead and import some photos here, and that's got my preset already applied. So when it brings these in, you'll see what I'm talking about. You see how those images kind of get dark as they build the previews. That's what some people I see are kind of freaking out about. Just know that's normal. It's just part of shooting raw, and once you have that, you can see my preset is typical standard, and that applies the lens correction and the other things that I mentioned. So I want to show you how to create a preset so that you can apply that during your import. Okay, so we're going to go to the develop module, and you're going to come in and you're going to just do the things that you want your preset to be. So here I'm going to use camera standard. If you want to use it, there'll be landscape or portrait or camera vivid or any one of the other profiles that your camera has. You can apply any one of these. Like I said, I use camera standard on most of my photos. I'm going to leave the white balance as shot. You could set this to auto or a certain white balance that you want to do. I always leave it as shot, and I'll edit that later. Again, I apply a medium contrast on my tone curve. You can choose to do whatever, and then I have lens correction set to enable profile, set up auto. So that'll auto find the lens and apply the profile correction, and I always have remove chromatic aberration turned on. So those are the settings that I want to change. And to create a preset, you're just going to come over to your presets here over on your left side, maybe minimize, so if you just expand it, and you can hit the plus and do create a preset, and you can apply it to a new group, or you can put it in user presets or any one of your groups if you've already got one. But I'm going to go ahead and create a new group, and we'll call it import, and I'm going to hit create, and then I'm going to call this preset standard, or you can call it whatever you want. I've already done this one. I call it CG typical standard, and then you can choose the settings that you want to apply in that preset. So I don't need to worry about any of these other settings that I've done. I can uncheck all of these because I did not use those. Keep that one applied. So treatment of profile, tone curve, and lens correction. Those are the settings that I use across the board. So I just hit create, and that creates a preset over here. Oops. Under import, and there you go. Next time you import, you can apply that preset and have your settings all ready to go. Alright, if you have any questions on that, be sure to comment below and I'll help